Welcome to this second training. Let's go to the inventory section. Let's start by showing you an integration from a purchase. First, go to your supplier's website, do your purchase, and when you're at the purchase order, right-click on the web page, select Integration to Complus, click OK, return in Complus, and click on the magic wand to start integrating the purchase order. Let's maximize the screen. On screen, this is everything you just purchased on the supplier's website. Actually, Complus supported multiple suppliers' websites like Wireless Explosion, Bell, TELUS, ImportCom, Cesium, and many others. When you're done by confirming everything that is on screen, just click on OK. You can print the purchase order. In Complus, the purchase is working in two steps. First, you need to do the purchase on your supplier's website or enter it manually, and after you need to do a receiving when the delivery is coming into your store. So let's go into the receiving menu and click on it. It is a new receiving. Let's click on new. There you can enter the purchase order number, or you can click on display, select the purchase order, and click on OK. Let's maximize the screen. On screen you have multiple informations. You can tell the system that you received everything about a specific product. You can see the receive column has been adjusted. You can tell that you receive only one of a specific item, that you cancel some item, and the system will react differently if it's serialized item like a cell phone, and if it's a non-serialized item like an accessory, like in this case, like the cases. So let's select an Apple iPhone and tell the system that we receive everything from this item. You need to provide the delivery number. This number is the link between Complus, your system, and your supplier's system, meaning that if you have questions, you need support, and you call them, they're gonna ask you what is the delivery number. When you're done, click on OK. Automatically, because this item is a serialized item, the system is asking you to scan your serial number or entering them manually. When you're done, click on OK. Automatically, you just received some of the purchase that you done. But you still need to receive some item. Until this purchase is fully received or cancelled, it will remain in the system as being to be processed. Meaning that to receive again, you need to go on a new button, enter the purchase order number, or click on display, select the purchase order, click on OK. On screen, if I maximize, you will see that there's some item that was already received, like this one. You can see that you need to receive one and that you purchased two. So the system will keep track of everything that you need to receive from the purchase you did on your supplier's website. Let's close this window. Now let's talk about the product you have in your system. Click on the product menu. Let's maximize the screen. You can do a search by entering a name and click on display. Everything that is related to that word you just entered will appear on the list below. It is also possible to apply a filter by category of product, by supplier, manufacturer, or department. What you have on screen, it is also possible to apply a filter. So let's say that I want everything that contains the name iPhone, that are smartphones. I'll click on smartphones, and automatically everything that are smartphones, iPhone, will appear on the list. By default, Complus is only displaying the active product, but you could display everything. The inactive one, that are the gray line, or the active one. you could by default let the system display only 200 items or all the items that are iPhone. Also, you have sometimes the color on some lines, like this. When it is in blue, it means that the product has some orders from your suppliers. If it's in red, it's in back order, meaning that some customer ask for them and you still need to receive them. If it's in gray, it means that this item is unavailable or back ordered from your supplier. Green, those are internal purchase, meaning that this is something that you transfer between location. And when it's another green, it means that this is special price. It is also possible by going there to get some details about the quantity of this specific product. This product has actually 5 quantity in your current location. If you click on total, this will give you an idea for all your locations. Now let's display some details about the product. Let's select a smartphone and take this one. Click on modify. Maximize the screen. On the first tab, that is called the details one, you can have multiple details that are related to the description of the product. If it's categorized, the department, the manufacturer, and the price. To get more details about the cost, you need to right-click on the price, click on Display Prices. Depending on the permission you have in the system, those options could be available or not. On the right side of the screen, you have on the current location the quantities you have about this product, meaning that you actually have 4 in stock, 3 are available to do a transaction with your customer. You have 1 that is a return of merchandise, probably that needs to be needs some repair. You can also have the total for all your locations in your company. The price branch, this is where it will be possible for you, if you have the permission to do it, to have different prices cost for different locations. It is possible to assign an image by doing a simple action. Copy this description by right-clicking on it, selecting copy, go on the internet, go to Google, enter that description by pasting it. Let's click on the images. You can right-click on any image, selecting copy image, returning in Complus, right-clicking on the image and paste it. Automatically, the image that you copy on the web would be assigned. About the product type. When you're going to create new product, the system will ask you to provide it about the product type. When it's a cell phone, you need to tell the system what type of cell phone it is, the network, if it's coming with or without SIM card, if it's a kit, if it's a non-stock quantity like services fee, if it's pager, satellite phone, or other. Others are particular. You're going to assign other when those are Bluetooth or speakerphone. And you're going to tell the system that this is something that is unserialized. We have some customers who are selling TVs, cameras, and other things that are mostly serialized. You could always assign other and tell that it is with serial number management. On the option, there are several options that are available about the product. You can display a pop-up when doing an order with a specific message. Doing the same thing when you want to delete this item. Add a guarantee by entering the number of months. And there are several options that not taxable, no discount possible, not commissionable, and others. This is where you're gonna tell if the product is unavailable or available. On the supplier, this is where you're gonna enter the suppliers that are actually selling this product. Complus is actually supporting multiple suppliers, but at least you need to provide with a default supplier. Let's double click on the line. You can see there's multiple details about this supplier product file. The product code, the UPC code, that is the scan code, the name of the product, and the unity cost. By clicking on the serial number tab, this is going to give you all the serial numbers that you have in your current location with the status. It is also possible to have this kind of details with all the locations in your company by clicking on the total tab. There are multiple tabs that are available to manage this product, like the subsidies, the memo, if you want to enter some details about this product. By clicking on an order, this may give you all the orders that have this product assigned to. Same for ordered, internal purchase, that are the transfers between your location. Internal orders, that it's the same thing, depending if you're at the one receiving or the one sending this item to another location. On the accessories, it is also possible to build a list of accessories that are compatible with this product. Same thing for the units. You can manage your RMO. You can attach document, remove document, scan them if you have a scanner plug into your computer. You can even assign a specific employee commission for this specific product. Do the same for retailer commission, and this is where you're going to add some additional protection for this specific product. You can even, we have another nice feature in the software that permits you to add or ask a product when you're going to add this one on an order. And finally, you can authorize some employee that will be able to add this product on an order to the transaction. And when you're done, you can click on OK or apply or cancel. OK will save the window and close it. Apply will save the window, but you will remain on it without closing it, and cancel will just cancel all the modification that you did. Let's click on OK. In Complus, it is also possible to manage your return of merchandise. It's called the RMA. Let's click on the RMA menu. Let's click on New. The system is asking you to select your supplier. Let's select one of the suppliers and click on OK. Now you need to enter the product on which you need to do a follow-up with your supplier. Let's select a product. You can scan it if you have a scanner on hand. Let's search for a product and select anything on the list. Let's click on OK. The system will ask me to scan the serial number or select the serial number in the list. And you can save it. By default, when you're creating an RMA file, the item is actually in store. You need to do a follow-up. So you will return later on the RMA section, search for your RMA number or display everything and select the one on which you want to do a follow-up. Let's click on modify. Let's click on the pencil in the book to change the status of this RMA. Now you can tell the system that it is actually at your supplier. It was sent to your supplier. Let's apply. Close the window. Same thing. If the status has changed, let's return on the item by clicking on modify. And now click on the pencil in the book again. You can tell the system that it was reimbursed repaired, return to your supplier, or refuse. If you click on repair, you can see that there's a date that is today that was assigned. Let's click on apply. And automatically, if you close this window, that error may disappear, meaning that it was processed and the item was either repaired, refound, or other status available. By default, it is possible to create an error. But if you do, let's close this window and go on the cellular section. If you create a repair that is on warranty, at the end of this process, Complus will ask you if you want to create an error, which it will be possible for you to do follow-up with your supplier. You can manage your supplier by going into the supplier menu. Every suppliers that you have in your database will appear on this screen. You can do a search by entering a name, or you can do a search by entering a phone number. Let's select a supplier and click on modify. On the details tab, you will mostly find all the things related to the location of your supplier. You can enter multiple phone numbers, you can enter an email address, a website, and you can even assign multiple provinces with different taxes for this specific supplier. On the options tab, it will be possible to tell the system if your supplier is mainly in French or English, and enter some more details. We can enter multiple contacts for the same suppliers. This is where you're gonna find on the purchase tab all the purchase that you did with this supplier, and you even have a status: receiving in progress, received. Sometimes you didn't do any action yet. On the receiving, this is all the purchase that you received. You have the purchase number, it was created by whom, the date, and the receiving number. On the product tab, you will find all the products that are related to that supplier. On the memo, it will be possible to add some kind of a memo, some notes about the supplier. And finally, in the document tab, you can attach a document, remove a document, scan a document if you have a scanner plug into your computer, or even assign a signature by selecting a document. When you're done, you can close the window by clicking on OK for a save, or cancel it, or applying. Let's close this window.